Ole Opry House at Opryland in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to Stars of the Grand Ole Opry. These fans, along with viewers of the Nashville Network, are about to see a performance by today's special guest. Please welcome Grand Ole Opry star Jean Shepard.
If you got the money, I've got the time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. We'll make all the night spots, dance, romance, and dine. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Well, there ain't no use to tarry. Let's start out tonight. We'll spread joy, oh boy, and we'll spread it right. Bring along your Cadillac, I'll leave my pickup behind. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Well, we'll go honky-tonkin', make every spot in town. We'll go to the park where it's dark and we won't fool around. If you run short of money, I'll run short of time. 'Cause you with no more money, honey, I've no more time. Well, if you got the money, I've got the time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. We'll have more fun, baby, all the way down the line. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. If you got the money, honey, I got the time.
We'll be right back with more of Stars of the Grand Ole Opry.
Thank you. Welcome to our show here at the Grand Ole Opry House. We're glad to have you. And that was a song that we done in a TV series that was on here a while back. Here's one that wasn't in no TV series, but we're going to do it anyhow. It's called I'll Be There. There ain't no chain strong enough to hold me. There ain't no breeze big enough to slow me. I never have seen a river that's too wide. There ain't no jail tight enough to lock me. There ain't no man big enough to stop me. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Oh, love me if you're ever gonna love me. I never have seen a road too rough to ride. Well, I'll be there ready and awaiting. There won't be any hesitating. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. There ain't no rope tight enough to bind me. Look for me, honey, and you'll find me any old time. You're ready with your charms. I'll be there ready and awaiting. There won't be any hesitating. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Oh, love me if you're ever gonna love me. I never have seen a road too rough to ride. But I'll be there ready and awaiting. Ain't gonna be no hesitating. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Well, I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'd like to do a medley of songs for y'all right now. And before I do this, I'd like to tell you there's a couple of these we recorded and a couple of them we didn't. Those that you don't recognize will be the ones that we recorded. Goes like this. Last night another held me in his arms. say the words he longed to hear. I thought of you and things that might have been. I thought of you and it was useless to pretend. For when he asked me if I loved him too, I closed my eyes, sweetheart, and thought of you. As I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing the song about the wild side of life. As I listen to the words you are saying, it brings memories when I was a trusting wife. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you said in the words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single, and it's caused many a good girl to go wrong. The news is out all over town that you've been seen out running round. I know that I should leave, but then I just can't go. You win again. This heart of mine could never see what everybody knew but me. Just trusting you was our great sin. I just can't go. You win again. Here's a song that made me lucky enough to be the first female in country music to sell 1 million records. Had an old boy on the name of it by Furlan Husky who done some talking. But Furlan ain't here today, so we got to do without him. We hope some of you'll remember it. Dear John, oh how I hate to write. Dear John, I must let you know tonight that my love for you has died away like grass upon the lawn. And tonight I'll wed another, dear John. You know, we went to Florida here a while back. Alan hadn't never been down there, and Dick had been down there many times. You don't think I ought to tell that? I think it was funny. He decided he'd take Alan out and show him all the sights. So they went out and they stand on the street corner waiting for one of them buses to come along and pick them up. And while they was a-waiting there, up walked the prettiest girl. Oh, I'm telling you. And had on the shortest and the tightest miniskirt you've ever seen. Whew. It come clear up above her kneecaps. So Dick, being the gentleman that he thinks he is, he stepped back and he's gonna let her get on the bus first. Now stay with me. Yeah. She tried to get up on the first step of that bus and she couldn't make it, friends. That skirt was entirely too tight. So boy, she reached back and she unzipped it. She was tall. So she tried to get up on that step again and she still couldn't make it. That skirt was still too tight. So boy, she reached back and she gives it another yank. That's all that was left. Dick saw she wasn't having a problem, so he just put his hands on her waist and just lifted her right up on the first step of that bus. And she turned around and she slapped the fire out of him. Boy, slapped him clear into next year. She said, "Take your hands off of me, Buster, I don't happen to know you."
He said, well, honey, being you reached back and unzipped my britches twice, I was going to introduce myself. Just 7 lonely days. He'll never get on another bus as long as he lives. Here's one we got a Grammy award on here a few years back, one called 7 Lonely Days.
7 lonely days make 1 lonely week. 7 lonely nights make 1 lonely me. Ever since the time you told me that we were through, 7 lonely days I cried and cried for you. Oh, my darling, I'm crying, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There's no use in denying I've cried for you. Was your favorite pastime just a making me blue? Last week was the last time I cried for you. 7 hankies blue I filled with my tears. 7 letters too I filled with my fears. I guess it never pays to make your lover blue. 7 lonely days I cried and cried for you. Oh, my darling, I'm crying, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There's no use in denying I've cried for you. Was your favorite pastime just a making me blue? Last week was the last time I cried for you. 7 lonely days make 1 lonely week. 7 lonely nights make 1 lonely me. Ever since the time you told me we were through, 7 lonely days I cried and cried for you. 7 lonely days I cried and cried for you.
Thank you so much. Here's a song that was written for us by Bill Anderson, and thanks to all you nice people, it was a #1 song all over the world. And thanks to the country music disc jockeys for making it possible. One called Slippin' Away.
Monday's promise is Tuesday's lie. Saturday's party is Sunday's fight. Something's wrong with you and I. Love's gone wrong that used to be right. And I can feel it slipping away. Slowly, slowly slipping away. It'll be gone in a few more days if we don't stop this love of ours from slipping away. Wednesday's kisses or Thursday's frowns. We can't live 2 days in a row when our world's not upside down. Here we stand watching it go, and I can feel it slipping away. Slowly, slowly slipping away. It'll be gone in a few more days if we don't stop this love of ours from slipping away. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar's sweet some of the time. This puzzle's missing a piece or two. We've got the grapes, but never the wine, and I can feel it slipping away. Slowly, slowly slipping away. It'll be gone in a few more days if we don't stop this love of ours from slipping away. Y'all clap your hands. I can feel it slipping away.
Thank you. I'll take 3 just like that. Oh, we had so many boys around our house, I wouldn't have known which end to powder on a little girl. 9 boys. Well, no, we was going for a football team, but I gave it up. Whew. We would like to get serious with y'all and do what I think is probably one of the greatest songs I've ever heard and had the pleasure of singing. You know, I've suffered a lot of personal tragedies in my life, and I'm sure a lot of you have. And you know, when something bad happens to a person, the first thing they want to say is, "Oh my God, what can we do?" And you don't really realize it, but you've answered your own question when you utter those 3 words, "Oh my God," because He's always there, and He's always going to help you. This is called The Wonders You Perform. Oh Lord, you know that I'm not one to bother you with little things, and you and I have never been too close. But we've always been on speaking terms. I've watched your way of doing things and tried to understand you more than most. No, I haven't gone to church the way I ought to, but I always thought you knew in my own way I worshiped you. While even your own children doubt and fail to understand the simple way you go about the things you do. I've seen the doubt upon the face of loved ones as they sadly placed a wreath of flowers on a tiny grave, and wondered why a child is brought into the world to only live a little while and die. You could have saved. But I believe that in your eyes this little child was something special, and you wanted it to be with you, no doubt. So with outstretched arms you beckoned. It was so simple that I reckon they can understand the way you worked it out. Watched a young man growing till he reached the age of knowing. Then I watched as something happen to his mind, and no doctors could correct it. It was just as I suspected, and I marveled at your way of being kind. They tried everything in vain, and I was there when they explained it to the family, how he slipped into a trance. I guess you looked into his future, watched him turn his back upon you, and loving him so much you wouldn't take that chance. It took a lot of love to die for sinners such as I, and I guess that's why you've never given up on me. You understood when some denied you, and even when they crucified you, knowing all these things were meant to be. A staple, such a simple thing, no wonder there were few who came to see a king the night that you were born. Of the wonders you perform, the mysteries of the wonders you perform. Thank you for coming to visit us at Opryland and the Grand Ole Opry. It's so nice to have you. Enjoy yourselves. It's a great place to enjoy yourselves. take the kids out and let them ride the rides. I've got 4 or 5 out there that's terrorizing that park right now. This is where the group got their names, the Second Fiddles. Yeah, right. I forgot to tell them that. Yes, if you enjoyed the show, be sure and tell your friends about it. You know, go out, if you see anybody, say, hey, it was a good show. But now, of course, if you didn't enjoy it, we'd appreciate it if you'd keep your mouth shut. This is where the group got their names, the Second Fiddles, with a song that goes something like this. Once we were